Does your stained glass soldering iron look like this? No? Just me? That's okay. So this thing has got nearly a decade of heavy wear and tear, heavy use, making some beautiful stained glass pieces for nearly 10 years. So this thing needs a good cleaning and some well-deserved replacement parts, and that's exactly what we're going to do in today's video. So we're going to need our replacement parts, some warm soapy water with Dawn dish soap, some white distilled vinegar, and of course our replacement parts. Because I use a Hakko FX601, I am using Hakko replacement parts. So like I said, this thing needs a good cleaning beyond just replacing the tip and the tip enclosure. So I'm going to grab that warm soapy water and start by scrubbing the very top of our handle here, where there is a bunch of gunked up, probably flux, dead skin, and all sorts of nasty who knows what. And already it is looking a million times better, but let's get to the fun part, replacing that tip and the tip enclosure. So all you got to do is just unscrew the tip enclosure and hopefully it'll slide right off. And as you can see, mine has unfortunately fused into one piece. This should be two separate pieces here, a tip and a tip enclosure, but because I've done such a poor job of cleaning it, it's literally fused into one. So here's what the inside of your soldering iron looks like. If you want to clean the plate, you can go ahead and start to unscrew those 3 screws. So I took out the first screw and luckily it came out quite easy, but unfortunately when I got to screw 2, it was not budging. So of course I ran into the basement, grabbed some PB Blaster and let that sit on those screws for a couple minutes, and after I let that soak in, I went back in to try to unscrew that second screw again, and it still did not budge. And if you guys are familiar with PB Blaster, you probably know where this is going. When I grabbed my drill, went to take it off, and boop, screw number 2 snapped. The top snapped right off, but we've got to move on. We still got to pull out screw number 3, and thank God screw number 3 came out. It is in rough shape. It is looking pretty gross, but it came out, so I'm grateful. So now we can pull off this metal bit right here, and we are just going to pop that in the white distilled vinegar and let that soak. If we look at that section of where the screw snapped, we can all see why it happened, but lucky for us, this little black plate pops right off, and that is going to give us just enough room to try to get this last bit of broken screw out. And luckily, my locking pliers did the job. I was able to get that broken piece out. Now, let's run to Home Depot and get some replacement screws. The pickings were slim, but for $1.50 a piece, I was happy we were going to make something work. Now, let's get back to these rusty pieces. We're just going to scrub them one more time with a toothbrush, some sandpaper, and a scrubber, and they are looking so much better. Now we're getting to the good part, actually putting on these replacement pieces. So we're finally putting everything back together, lining up that pin that goes inside from that metal plate. Then we're going to screw everything on with 3 brand new screws because we mine as well. And now we get to use our replacement parts. Tip is going on first, then the tip enclosure, and all you got to do is just screw it right on. And look at that, you guys, this thing looks as good as new. I cannot wait to use it. What a difference that has made. Of course, you always got to tin your tip, so do that if you're going to do this too. But look at the difference, y'all. Oh my God, I'm thrilled. I'll show you tomorrow how good it works.